Okay. Welcome to a little BDB talk conversation. We're talking about how to be offensive without being offensive, pretty much, right? And so yesterday, Courtney and Jordan went around and asked a bunch of people. What was the question again?
How do you give offensive feedback without being actually offensive?
Yeah, how to give offensive feedback. And this all sparked because I think it's funny when people say, no offense, but.
Yeah.
Give me an example of that.
Like, no offense, but your outfit looks stupid.
Yeah. No offense, but you're dumb.
But your teeth are really crooked.
Yeah. But there is a place for that because sometimes people need feedback. So we're here to teach people how to give offensive feedback without being offensive. And without using the term no offense, but.
Oh, we can't use no offense?
Well, I don't know. I think
I mean, yeah, that kind of.
if you say no offense, but you're automatically
Yeah,
You're automatically
you're
offensive.
automatically
Like,
being offensive.
No matter what you say it's going to be offense because you're saying no
Yeah,
offense.
then you plant that seed in their mind, like, oh, what he's gonna
Yeah.
just
Like, it
be
can
an
just
absolute
like
jerk
something
right
like
now.
a joke, but then the second you say no offense, it's just offensive.
Like,
Correct.
But this started when Addie said something to me. I don't remember what it was. It
Oh,
was
no
like,
offense, but your outfit gives like Kim Possible or something like that.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
said
that's
no
what it
offense,
was.
But
That's
your
what it
outfit gives
was.
Kim Possible, and I'm like, I wouldn't have taken that offensively until you said no offense.
Yeah, should I take offense to that? If you just said, hey, your outfit's Kim Possible, it's offensive all of a sudden.
That outfit absolutely was Kim Possible.
Moving
Like
on.
it was.
It was very much so.
Over
Yeah,
there.
you can jump in. What's up, Addie?
Crouch.
Down there.
Jordan is not the only person I've said that to. I've said it to Kaylin.
About
said
Kim
it to
Possible or no offense?
She was like wearing an outfit, and I was like, no offense, but your outfit does not match.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jeez,
which then
that
you
sounds-
take
Thanks,
offense to
Mom.
that, especially with that face. Did you see the face?
Yeah, the
she did?
face is what
Yeah, the
makes it
little scrunch.
offensive. I'm
No offense, but
offended.
your outfit doesn't match.
The face and the tone goes along.
Yeah.
Tone.
Yeah.
Very true.
Tone.
It's just
Have we been better with tone? Sorry, before we get into the offensive
Yeah.
talk. We've been
Yeah.
better, right?
I have. I've cleaned it up.
Yeah, you were really barking at people there a couple
I
times. but-
was.
Josh and Nora are the main.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nora's not here right now, so. Okay, so you guys went and interviewed a bunch of people. Thoughts on that? What was your collective? Do we want to talk about teachers
yes,
first?
Yes, teachers. I feel like you guys have had like an in-service on just how to give feedback because
all
every
had the
teacher,
same
besides for like
answer.
2, said the Oreo method. So like you guys are just all on the same like think. Like they were like, you gotta say something nice, and then you gotta say the offensive thing, and then
some
end
tone there.
something with something positive.
I feel like that's offensive the way that you're describing all teachers.
They're like,
no,
When
that
you're-
tone?
when you're, like,
that's
doing
just the way
something,
they sound.
Teachers will be like, you're on the right track, but like, then they'll give you their criticism, and
But
then
you're
they'll
still
say,
on the
but
right
you're on the
track."
right track
Yeah.
again.
But like, keep going with it. Like you'll get there eventually.
So here's an example of what some of the teachers had to say.
Feedback without being offensive,
The Oreo method.
which is
Like you tell them something nice, and you tell them something that you're like, okay, and then you tell them something nice. Like an Oreo.
So how do you give offensive feedback without being offensive?
I actually sandwich it like an Oreo cookie. I start with something good, then I give the feedback that they need to improve on something, and I try and say that as nicely as possible because it's fluffy, just like the Oreo. And then I end again with another like happy cookie. So.
You're not the first person to say that one.
Oh, okay. Well.
Do you have any like for instances of anybody being like, no offense, but that sucks?
Oh yeah, no. The moment you say no offense, offense is immediately taken. Worst thing to start with.
Yep.
So yeah, never say it.
Yep. Okay.
how do you give offensive feedback without being offensive?
As my mother said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
So you don't say anything?
No.
You don't say no offense? Thank you.
So we have a question for you.
Okay.
How do you give offensive feedback without being like actually offensive?
That's a tough one. I usually like to use humor to try to navigate that situation. Like, what do you mean by offensive? Like, I have to be offensive?
Kind of. So like when somebody says no offense, but Courtney's shoes look dirty.
Oh, okay. I think that's impossible. I think it's always going to come across as something bad.
Or like no offense, but you need to brush your teeth or something like that.
There's a method we use called like the Oreo method, where you.
Like,
Yes,
yeah,
it
why is there
It
so many teachers saying
Do
that?
they all say that?
Yes.
Where you say, I really like your hair today, but your shirt, I don't know, but your shoes are awesome. Like you hid some constructive criticism in there between two compliments.
You
so
know,
that's a great
the only
way.
teacher who didn't say that was Hughes.
Really?
Yeah. He said, don't say anything at all. All
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
right.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. How do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive?
Gotta sugarcoat it a little bit. You gotta kind of sandwich it. Yeah,
Like an Oreo?
Yeah, kind of like an Oreo. It's gotta be a positive, negative, and then a positive.
Okay, give us an example.
God dang. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like,
You're the second person to do that.
well, it's hard to get put on the spot. Well, it's like you got to use them as kind of an
Okay.
example here. I'll just
She has dirty shoes.
They're not even dirty.
hey, we're almost wearing the same shoes.
They're not even dirty.
Anyway, I'll talk about your necklace. So I really like your necklace. The black really looks good. It might be a little bit too up high, so it might be like a little bit hard to swallow. So maybe you might want to like put it down just a little bit more. But other than that, like I really like the silver as well. So
Thank
there
you.
you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
What's your question?
How do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive?
How do I give offensive feedback without being offensive?
Yep. So like, no offense, but
Okay. Maybe what I would start with is being offensive to myself,
okay.
and then that kind of takes the pressure off, and then come into the offensive part towards them. And then they're not so reluctant to shut me out. How's that sound?
Good answer.
How do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive?
I think you need to choose your words diplomatically so that it lessens the severity of what you're trying to say.
Okay. Give us an example.
Wow.
Say your shoes are dirty.
Okay, don't say that. Say
Blaine.
Jordan's shoes are dirty.
Blaine, that sweatshirt is definitely unique.
Oh,
Like that.
that's smooth.
How do you give offensive feedback without being offensive?
Oh, okay. Well, here's my tip. You start with a positive sandwich. You start with something positive, then you get to the meat of what you want to say that might be kind of hard, and then you end with something positive. So that's my tip.
That's been the overwhelming tip from everybody
Oh,
today.
My other tip is you use an I statement. You don't say, hey, you did this, you did that. That creates a wall. You say, hey, I'm feeling a little frustrated because this happened, and I need you to do this next time. And if you don't, well, I might do this next time.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
But then that one, and then like Miss Pliska didn't say Oreo method, but she said
this-
positive sandwich. Is that what she said?
Positive sandwich.
Same thing.
But
Yeah, all
it's like-
teachers have been trained on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or he
Mulbrink said
and he
sugarcoat.
said, but I think a couple teachers said sugarcoat it, and then some said like laugh about it, or I don't know.
Both said like
You gotta
keep the attention on you.
criticize yourself first.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you can criticize others.
I agree
but-
with Bryn. It's a lot of you're on the right track, but you're also really stupid. But you're on the right track.
This
They don't
isn't
say
even
that,
close,
but,
but
like-
you're closer than you were before.
Yeah,
Because
you're
you're
on
really
the right
far away.
track. You're still not even nowhere
That's
near
the
it.
opposite of an Oreo.
That
That's
is that is
That's more tone there.
that's the cream.
Yeah, it's the tone.
That's
and
the
way
cream
they
on the
say it.
outside with the cookie in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what Mr. Arisman said. It's like choosing your words. very-
Diplomatically, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yep.
as if you like if I didn't like something about Jordan's outfit, I'd just be like, "Oh, Jordan, your shirt's really unique."
Yeah, that was pretty funny too. Okay, so now students, what was your what was your thoughts with you two on the students that you
I think they
They
introduced?
just didn't really care as
Yeah,
much. They're
they
mostly
just
like just
give it to 'em.
straightforward.
Just say it. That's all they were pretty much.
That's all they kind of
They were really like, be honest.
Yeah,
Or,
they're-
I agree.
Or most of them did like the respectfully
Or no offense.
or no offense.
Just say no offense.
Or some of them just had no clue what we
They
were
didn't understand the
asking.
question. They're like,
So-
well, I'm just if I have to be offensive, I'll be offensive.
Yeah, like they
I
just didn't
just-
understand
Like
it.
some, like I'll just flat out say it sometimes, like without saying no offense.
In the words
Yeah,
of
like-
Marty, if you're gonna
Get it
be
out.
offensive, Might as well do it in the worst way possible.
Yeah, that's very true. He did say that. Okay.
If Marty shows up wearing a stupid shirt, I'm not gonna say, no offense, that shirt is dumb. I'm gonna look him dead in the eyes and be like, that is the stupidest shirt I've ever seen.
Yeah, but you're gonna do that to your friends more than you're
Well,
gonna do it to
yeah.
other people. You're
Well,
not
I'm
gonna
not gonna
walk up to somebody
And I
at
feel like-
Chick-fil-A and say, "That's a stupid hat."
Some people like, had no clue how to like do it. So when we'd ask for like an example, they'd either say, I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
or Jake Jones looked me up
Yeah,
and
but-
down and then stuttered for I don't even know how long,
Well,
trying to figure it out.
instead of waiting for that, let's go ahead and play those student responses right now.
How do you give offensive feedback without being offensive?
You start off with respectfully.
That's it? Yep. So, like, respectfully, you're dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive? Like, say, no offense, but.
How do I take it, or how do I
How
give
do you
it?
give it without being offensive?
Sometimes just don't say it. I don't know, say no offense to it.
Okay, how do you give offensive feedback without being offensive?
You gotta like, so you can like flame them first, right? You can say anything like out of pocket or like whatever, and then you gotta say like, just no offense. No offense, but you're in my, no offense, but your shoes are like really like dirty or something.
So, how do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive? So, like when somebody says, no offense, but, you know,
You don't. No filter it.
just straightforward.
Just straightforward. Best case for both sides.
Don't care about the feelings.
Do not care. So I have no friends. Yeah, like that.
All right. How do you give offensive feedback without being offensive?
So people say, no offense, but.
Yeah.
You just say it. There's no way to not hurt their feelings. You're going to do it anyway, so you might as well do it in the worst way possible.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
How do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive? We'll start with Riley.
Can we not start with me?
Okay, we'll start with Blaine.
All you have to say is no offense.
Okay.
Yeah. Just say no offense. Gotta say undoubtedly and perchance.
Okay, give us an example.
What?
Give us an example.
Undoubtedly, perchance, you need to figure out how to brush your teeth, like that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can I get somebody on video saying Jordan's shoes are dirty? Just look.
Jordan's shoes are dirty. Jordan's shoes are dirty.
Thank you. Will you say it?
Perchance.
No offense, Jordan, but your shoes are dirty.
Undoubtedly, perchance.
Yeah, shoes are dirty.
But Jordan's shoes are quite dirty.
Thank you. How do you give offensive feedback without actually being offensive?
What is...
Like, how do you be mean without being actually mean? Like, how do you say no offense?
I don't know. I guess you just like say it without not being mean. Cause like if they deserve it, then like you just gotta say it.
So you just say it?
Yeah, you just say it.
Okay, thank you. So
let's talk about Jake's only. I mean, we just unpacked a lot there. We got to talk about Jake's response only. So, Courtney, give me your
Okay,
lowdown.
I was just standing there waiting for his response, and all of a sudden he just looks me up and down, and I think he might have done that once or twice. And then he took forever, and I was like, oh, wow, my outfit must be horrible. And he's
Well,
like,
that
"Just
or he
find it."
couldn't find anything. He really wanted to say something. He's like, well, actually, I like your shirt. Oh, actually, I like your outfit.
What he said, it's the way he looked at you.
Yeah,
It was very, very judgmental. Like, he's like, I'm not meaning to be judgmental, but
Yeah, and
you're
he-
asking me to.
And he like took forever, so I was just like, okay.
He was just sitting in the silence.
Yeah, I was like, what do I do?
My favorite part of that, though, was first you just got to flame him. Like, he came out hard.
He just went straight at first. You gotta flame him.
Yeah, right away. I'm gonna come out the gates and be hard at it. First, you gotta flame them, and then you gotta Well, criticize him.
Yeah, and then but like,
There's no nice part.
no,
it's
but
just
the thing is, he was like, you gotta flame him, and then all you could come up with is my shoes
Are dirty.
Yeah.
Which we cut out a bunch. Then it just turned into you two arguing about your guys' shoes.
Yeah,
the
well,
entire
okay,
time.
and then we talked about this in Miss B's class, and Janathan walks in, and Miss B's like, oh, your shoes aren't even dirty. And then Miss B goes, his is. So we would like to
But your
have
pants are nice.
we would like to have Janathan show his shoes for the camera.
Yeah, dude, you got to get over there. Put them right up on the table.
Oh, up on.
Yep, right in front of Jordan because I want to see her face as you do it. They are dirty.
Courtney feels happy now.
So let's answer the question just based off multimedia crowd. If anybody has any opinions over there, you guys can come in with your opinions. Oh, so if you have an opinion, come up with an opinion. But how do you say something offensive without trying to be offensive? So, I mean, I have to dismiss you just say no offense because that's offensive. We've already talked
Yeah.
about that. Jordan said, it wasn't offensive, but I took offense to it because
Just
of
like
it.
the second you say it, it's automatically offensive, no
I
matter
think
what.
you just need to have like good tone while you say it. Like, don't be like mean about it with your tone.
So, like, be like over positive.
And
like,
have good-
oh my
have
gosh,
good-
your face is dirty today. Did you
Not
forget to
that
wash?
much.
It's okay.
Okay, not that much. But also, like, I don't know.
I don't know. You just kind of
Body language too, I guess.
Like the
It's true.
Oreo method would work, but I also don't feel like I have the time to find something good and then say that bad thing and then find something
I would
good
not
again.
be- I would be pulling a Jake
I
Jones
think-
right away, stuttering the entire time. Like,
Jay-
like your shirt
I just-
is
your
nice.
shoes are just a little
shoes
bit
suck,
dirty.
and your glasses
Like,
are
that's
okay.
not like.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but I think it's easier to be like, I agree with Bren, like body language and how you say it matters more than
Yeah.
anything. But I also think it's easier when you're talking about someone's like shoes or clothes, not when you're talking about like their personality or
What I do
Oh,
is
no, I
like
would tell a person if their personality sucks.
you want to be offensive. Then is what you're saying.
If it's about their
okay, I
personality,
feel
then
like
yes.
it really just depends who you're trying to give the feedback to. Because if it's like your friends, obviously you're just gonna say it. But like if you're saying it to a classmate or something, you're obviously gonna be nice about it.
oh,
You're
no.
gonna be meaner to your friends, right?
I'm gonna be meaner to.
Yeah.
Well, it
I
kind
will
of
be.
depends on the situation.
Like
I
it's
know I
not-
have a bond with my friends.
Well, yeah,
that
but if
me
somebody's
being
like-
mean is gonna be like, even if I'm being serious, be like, yeah. It's,
If somebody in class is just like
Yeah.
going on and on and on and talking and just being like really stupid, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna turn around and be like, "Hey, can you shut up, please?"
yeah, but,
Okay,
like
but
I'm
very
not gonna.
true.
but I'm talking about instances where you don't want to be offensive.
Okay.
So
Oh,
your
yeah.
your mother, I don't want to be offensive to my mom.
Well,
Say
usually
something really nice first.
So is the only way to do this the Oreo method?
Kind of, but here's how I do it.
Sugarcoat it,
You just
but,
sneak
like,
in
no,
that
kinda
really mean
what
thing.
I do-
Okay, hold on.
Sneak
Let
it
Josh
in.
go first, and then I'm gonna go over there.
You sneak in that really mean thing, so you're like listing all these nice things, like, oh yeah, I like all this, yeah. And then you just, but you add in that little but, you could fix this, and then you say, that's just me though. It's just my opinion.
While you're doing that, come up with a scenario where you're gonna do that
With
to
a
Amy.
scenario
And
to
Amy.
my mom.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like if you're like talking about your mom or something, I feel like I just find my dad when he's like in a good mood and then I say it. So no matter what, if he's like in a good mood, I just ruined it. But it's like he's not already in that bad mood to like get more mad.
That's true.
I would just
So-
say it to my mom. Like, that's just how we are.
I also
You would just
like-
say it,
I-
like be offensive.
When I'm talking to like my dad and I'm about to
She's
say
the same way with
something
me, so-
mean,
Yep.
I'm just like, oh, I love you. Like, yeah, you're a good dad. And then I say it. And
You're a good dad, and you need to work on this.
yeah.
No, it'll just be like, the way you said that was just not nice.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. If you're being conscious enough to not be offensive, I get it. There's gonna be scenarios
You
where
have to.
you're
You,
gonna
like-
be.
You can't not be offensive.
So then, are we back to just don't say anything at all? But what if
No,
they need to hear
like
it?
you have to.
No, I
In
feel
certain situations, you have to say it. Like, if
And
somebody's
you're just
doing,
gonna eat it, right?
Yeah,
With
if somebody's
the-
doing something wrong and you have to tell them.
Yeah, that's true.
with the mom thing, like if my mom's like dressing up to go somewhere, most of the time she asks me if I like her outfit or not. And like usually I'm like, I don't like it for me, but if you like it then you can wear it since you're the one wearing it.
no,
That's not
like,
bad.
That's
If-
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I could read between the lines on that, but that's
Well,
pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever I go shopping with somebody and they're like, "Oh, isn't this cute?" and I'm like, it's cute for you.
I couldn't pull it.
say that.
So
But I'm like, but
have
on
a-
me, no.
I have a good scenario for this because it just happened yesterday. So the boys basketball coaches, Mr. Highmiller, Mr. Heitkamp, and Mr. Buckles, they all got blue tennis shoes to wear or whatever. And I was like, you could pull it off.
Yeah, I heard that.
But I don't think I
heard
could pull it off. Not that it's a bad idea. It's maybe
or is
offensive. Maybe it's offensive, but I was like, I couldn't pull it off. You
That's
can
like,
pull it off.
Or like, so with the mom situation, like Bryn said, if she asks me, like,
How's this look?
I'll try to find something else, like, to remedy it if I don't like it. Like, I'll try to find another option.
It's hard though because they really want to know your opinion, and you don't want to be
Yeah.
like, oh,
Like if I
I'm-
don't,
It's the
I'm a
ugliest thing I've ever
conscientious-
seen.
I won't
That-
say that.
that
I'll
outfit's
say
trash.
that.
I just
won't say
object.
that.
I
I'll
don't
just
say
if I
anything.
if I don't like it,
I'll go find it.
yeah.
if I don't like the outfit choice, then I'll like go to the shoes and I'll be like, I like the shoes though. The shoes
Oh,
are cute.
You're
Something
yeah,
like that.
Yeah,
You look for the good.
that or if
to-
you know the shoes are the best option, like, oh, the shoes work, but not with that outfit. Try a different outfit.
I just shut up.
Your
If
poor
I don't-
parents. I shouldn't have said moms right away, but
my mom will come to me with an outfit, and I'm the only kid left.
Yeah. Jeez. That's the only one left. You're just the only one there at home.
That's what I mean. I'm the only one
you
left
just,
there.
just
That's
got,
okay.
Just got rid of your brother. and
Sorry.
sister. That's like a.
Anyway,
That's
I'm
like-
the only
that's like
child
worse than
living.
tone.
I'm the only child living at home, so she'll come to me with an outfit, and I'll be like,
I'm just a guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
I
how
don't
that's
say
how I
anything.
go. I go. I don't know any difference.
I don't. I'm a guy. I don't know.
And that's being
nor
honest.
do I care.
And if that's offensive, that's on me.
Yeah,
for
she always
not
like
knowing.
she always rolls her eyes and she's just like, fine. And I'm just like,
have an opinion.
I don't care. We're going to the Gulch. I don't think they care either.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Exactly. We're getting barbecue wings, so I mean, I wouldn't wear that.
Go to the,
Honestly, I feel like the worst thing is when you ask somebody something and they don't give you an opinion back.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
I'm
the worst
asking
thing?
for it. Yeah.
I feel like I'd rather not hear an opinion than hear a bad one.
I would
Okay,
agree.
like, if it's like a mean opinion, obviously I don't want to hear it. But like when they're just like not giving it back to you, it's
Yeah.
just like you're like, well,
If I look stupid, just
then it-
tell me.
Yeah.
But that's also a scenario where you're risking offensive feedback by
Exactly.
asking the question rather than when someone just
Yeah.
walks up to you and say, "No offense, but."
Yeah. Like if somebody asks me a question and all I have is something really mean, I'm either going to say, I don't know, I don't care, or I'm going to say something really mean and they're going to feel really bad about themselves. And then I'm going to feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
It's a whole deal.
And that's a whole new deal, which is accidentally putting your foot in your mouth, which I've been in that place many times. So, well, so in the end, we're thinking Oreo method if you're a professional teacher.
Yeah. Oreo method is probably the best way to do it.
Or
It-
just straight up be
Or,
offensive.
or
Yeah,
just straight
or
up.
just straight up, depending on the
If you
person.
have to say it, you just
Truth
say.
hurts sometimes. I feel like the truth just hurts sometimes, so you gotta break the ice a little bit.
So instead of saying "no offense, but," is there a better way to lead that by saying, "I know the truth hurts"?
Nah, just listen to Jake.
I'm not trying to be rude.
Just listen to Jake. Just flame him.
Yeah.
Just flame
Just
him.
flame him.
Just flame them.
right away.
Yep.
So don't be.
Okay, but if you're gonna flame
offensive.
them, don't take a really long time. Just
So-
get to the
Yeah,
point.
just hit the bullet points and get out of there.
Get
You don't need
out of
to-
there fast.
You
Yeah.
don't need to hit a bullet point and then hit the
Get to the
extra
point and
ones
get out of
underneath that
there.
one. Like, oh, that shirt is wrong color, wrong. Like, what does it say? It looks stupid. That's a dumb
Get
thing.
to the point and run.
That show sucks.
basically.
You know what
are
I
you doing?
also like about "no offense, but," or just to be honest, is it prepares me before I hear it.
Yeah, then you're ready for the blow.
I'm
You're just
ready
like,
that this is going to be criticism,
Yeah.
and I'm ready for it, and
See,
then it
that's
doesn't
kinda
hurt as
nice.
bad.
See, but I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes like it'll be something that I know is already bad. So it's like they're like, no offense, and I'm like, well, I know it's bad, but
Yeah.
like, why are you saying it?
Yeah.
So realistically, no offense is okay. You just need to handle it better.
Yeah. Honestly, if I hear no offense, though, I'm automatically just going to kind of be mad a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's on the person. Yeah, don't be sensitive. It's on the person receiving the criticism. Once they hear no
Just, like,
offense,
the
then they're
phrase
just
no
like,
offense just takes me off. I don't know why.
Okay.
I
No
kinda
offense,
get
Jordan, but I don't like
no,
your shirt.
as a sensitive person, you can't say don't be
I'm
sensitive.
sensitive too.
Because when Addie flames on my outfit, I'm just like, thanks.
Okay, but Addie says
How
it in
often does
such a
Addie
mean
flame on
tone.
people?
Addie has no room to
Like,
talk.
you can say no offense as long as you're not
It's
like
'cause-
no offense, but your outfit
Addie-
does not match.
Addie says she has no filter, is what she's going with.
No, Addie looks me up and down before she says it too.
So did
All right, yeah,
I'm doing this for your own good.
Exactly, it's the tone. Oh, Todd's got something to say.
Let's hear you defend yourself here.
Play the Mean Girls clip.
Doesn't even go here.
Okay, we're
She
at
doesn't
the-
even go here.
I just want to say
Yep.
that you can say no offense and say what you have on your mind. It's just how the person takes it. So if you
It's
take,
your tone,
So
Todd.
if you take it like, if you're like a snowflake and you take it offensively, obviously.
Okay, but Todd,
no matter what.
Todd, the tone
So
we've
give-
heard you say it in is
Give me an
terrible.
example.
And also, the same day I flamed Kaylin in her outfit, she had dog poop on her shoe.
That's a good point.
Not even kidding. It's staying.
I'm gonna
We don't
need
need to talk about this
I'm
right
gonna
now.
need an example from Addie as we
We need
end
an
this segment.
example.
Give me an example
Of like flaming someone?
Yes.
of giving
of a no
feedback.
offense. Give
offensive feedback.
somebody a no offense. She's looking everybody up and down right now.
I don't really care.
No offense, those glasses don't.
Kaylin's
match your
looking at
outfit.
you,
Actually,
going,
they do.
"Don't choose me."
Just
No offense, Kaylin. But your outfit doesn't match again today. You can't wear like pink with yellow and blue and
Okay,
orange.
Addie, I'm gonna need you to sit in the tone time.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Time out. Get in there.
Get in the tone timeout.
It's not me.
They're just shoes. I don't mean to match. I'm just coming to school.
Sit. Get in the corner. I'm going. Get back.
It's not like I'm going.
You can't sit with us.
We got to use the edit.
That's all I needed.
Turn around. You're not supposed to be looking this way.
have to turn.
Well, the chair's not facing the correct
well,
way,
my
so
turn.
it's fine.
I am taking offense to that.
Yeah, it's the tone. Like especially in Addie's way. Like it's just the tone.
I feel like if you laughed about it, it'd make it a little bit better.
Yeah, just be like,
laugh with me.
Yeah.
It's a timeout. You don't get to talk.
We're flaming us.
Zip it. Pretend
Okay,
you're one of
well-
the kids at daycare.
Kids, don't be offensive. And if somebody is offensive, don't take offense to it.
Yeah.
Yep.